Hi everyone, I am Aastha and I am back with yet another episode in my podcast series. And today we talk about procrastination. I think we've all done it at some point. Delayed acting on something, have a task list but we never get to it. Laziness is one form of it, right? And today I think I'm going to talk about a few reasons which I have collected over my years of experience of working with people and myself as to why we would even procrastinate. So procrastination is slightly different from laziness in the sense that laziness is just not doing anything at all, but procrastination is pushing particular things and tasks away. It's a little more active way of delaying stuff. Yeah. So let's talk about that. Okay, so the first and the most obvious reason why we procrastinate, and that is the easiest one, but we miss it. We actually don't really want to do it. So a lot of times things on our task list and things that we are set out to do is dictated by what we should be doing this. Like a lot of us set gym timetables and we don't end up following it. Ask yourself, do you really want to do, or is it just a compulsion? Because if it is just a compulsion and something that you don't want to do from within, you will tend to delay that task a lot more. I really believe that when your heart wants it, you make it happen. Everything else is sort of like an excuse. So that's the easiest way. First, ask yourself, do I really want to do it? Second, fear of failure. It's easier to say, I didn't do it, than say that I did it and I didn't achieve it, right? Or I failed. So a lot of us just push things because we're so afraid that we may so-called fail, right? And failure is again in our heads because we have conditions to failure, we have beliefs about failure, we have parameters to failure. But till you carry that, you will be crippled in action so much more because that fear will not let you take that action. You'll be like, I'd rather just be like, oh, I was lazy, I didn't study for it, and so I didn't get the marks. Rather than say that I studied, I worked hard, and still it didn't happen. So another reason is fear of failure. Okay. Third, borrowed beliefs. And this is specifically from our parents and upbringing. So if in your childhood you had parents or a household where you saw people do things at the last minute or not do it at all or keep pushing it, keep delaying it, then the tendency is that the child in you picks up that this is the way of life. We have to keep delaying it till the end and then do it last minute and finish it off. So work on the borrowed beliefs if your parental stories were similar, if they would procrastinate, if they would delay things, they would do things last minute, then you tend to become a last minute person also. Unless you decide and you take a vow, I am not going to be anything like my parents, then you'll go on the opposite spectrum, of course. An offshoot of this, so one is the borrowed beliefs and the other is the high we get with living on the edge. So many of us, I didn't do it and then last 2 hours I had and I finished my task and I just did it. It was amazing, right? And that, it's okay, it's there, it's a high we all have. We want to live on the edge, and adulting is very boring. So, like over planning and pacing it out nicely with no excitement and finishing tasks before time or even on time and having leisure time. It's very boring sometimes. And a lot of us like the high of that last minute, living on the edge, that stress, completing things under stress. And if you will have that, you will always procrastinate. Now, I'm not saying you can change any of this. These are just reasons. You gotta figure if the procrastination is coming in the way of your productivity now, and now you're not even able to meet deadlines last minute, then work on this belief. This is a very, very important one. Okay. Next reason is habit. So even when a lot of us want to break out of it, because it's become a habit and a way of living for us for that many years, it is hard to snap out of it in one go. And here, what really, really helps is to do repetitive affirmation statements day in, day out, and do small pushes to this, because habit is a big thing that comes in the way. And the last reason why we may sometimes procrastinate is to sabotage our own autonomy. Yeah, so generally when we set out a goal, it's the parent in us, it's the adult in us that sets it out, and then the child in us wants to sabotage the authority, not listen to it, and as a result, you keep delaying, you don't complete your tasks, and that tussle between the parent and the child within you continues. So here it really helps to just say it is safe to listen to the authority in me. You may have traumatic associations with authority outside, but what we don't realize is because of that traumatic association with the authority outside, you also botch the authority within. And that's also another reason why we keep procrastinating, we don't do the things we are supposed to, and we sabotage our progress. Yeah. So these are a few reasons. See which ones fit. Maybe you resonate with more than one as well. And if this helps you, let me know. Drop in a comment. If you have any questions, if you want me to talk about this deeper, if you want to go in deeper with this and work on this as a workshop, we can do all of that. Yes. Thank you so much.